There was a point in my life when I couldn't even look myself in the mirror, and it was this guy right here. This guy who had just got dumped. He was heartbroken after a 4-year relationship ended. After the girl wouldn't take me back, I didn't know what to do with myself. It was this guy right here who was smoking weed every single day for 3 months in a row. It was this guy right here who had no idea what to do with his life, felt like he had no purpose. A 4-year journey of college football had just ended. College was wrapping up. Academics were easy. I had no idea what to do with myself. The best thing in my life at this moment was waking up, going through the motions of life, and then coming home and getting high and watching Game of Thrones. I didn't want to face my situation. I didn't want to face the pain that I was dealing with. And I started to realize there was a reason I was living this way. There was a reason why I couldn't look myself in the face. There was a reason I didn't want to confront the pain that I was dealing with. There was a reason why I kept going to the bad habits to escape. And it's because I had been rejected. A woman had rejected me. And because of that, I was rejecting myself. Because of that, I had deemed I wasn't good enough in my own eyes, so I couldn't even look at myself. And then I started to realize this one thing about life. That no matter who I became as a man, no matter the things I accomplished, no matter how nice I was, no matter how good my character was, there would never be a time when everybody in my life accepted me. It was impossible. Because I always was a people pleaser. I always wanted people to like me and accept me and think I was funny and like my outfits, and I felt insecure when people laughed at me or made fun of me. I wanted to be liked. I wanted people to support me. But during this period of my life, after this breakup, I realized, in honest truth, that I could never become a man that would be accepted by everybody. Somebody would always have a problem with me. Somebody would always say no. And I realized the only way I would ever find true acceptance was from myself. The only way I would have peace about the man I was showing up as every single day was if I had peace with how I was acting every single day. I was proud of the man I was acting as every single day. I was proud of the man I was showing up as every single day. And this is what first prompted me to change. When I took these pictures, that picture, I'm showing it to you again, the picture I showed you at the beginning of this video, I'd gotten to a point where I was like, I've had enough. I'm so tired of letting my environment and my circumstances and other people dictate my worth. I'm so tired of feeling worthless because somebody else doesn't accept me. And I'm so tired of trying to please people and make everyone happy with me. And in this picture, the thought in my mind was, enough is enough. I've had enough. I gotta face me. And that's what I did in this picture. In 2018, I took this picture and I decided enough was enough. And I set out with one goal: to make myself proud. Because I knew if I went through every single day and I showed up as a man I was proud of, I could go to bed and I could lay my head on that pillow at the end of the day. No matter what happened, no matter what people said to me, I could lay my head on that pillow at the end of the day and be at peace. Because I knew I showed up exactly as the man I was capable of. So I literally took a pen and paper and I wrote down that vision. Who would I be? What life would I be living? What actions would I be taking every single day if I were the man I was proud of? I defined it for every category of life. Physically, what would this man look like? Mentally, how would I operate? Spiritually, what would my faith look like? In my career, what would I be doing? What would give me passion and fulfillment and excitement? What would Allow me to know that I went all in, that I didn't sell myself short. What would my relationships look like? My lifestyle. I put it all on paper, that crystal clear, that big vision. And then I worked backwards from the vision. And every single day I woke up and I wrote down, and I still do it to this day. I write down what I call my power list. The things I must do every single day to move in the direction of the man I know I'm capable of. And once I started doing this, everything changed. My confidence grew. I became proud of myself, not in a haughty, arrogant way, but in a way that I was happy. I was proud. I was fulfilled. I was content. I was excited about life. I was excited about the man I was becoming. I was excited to look myself in the mirror. I was excited to look at the resume. I was excited about where I was and what was coming, because I knew I was showing up. I was putting in the work. And for you, only you know what that looks like. The way I show up is not exactly how you're supposed to show up, but I guarantee you there's a lot of similarities, because we all want to be men of discipline, consistency. We all want to be hardworking men who are trustworthy, people who can be depended on, relied on, who don't break our word. So that's what I needed to do. To number one, stop worrying about people's opinions. Stop worrying about being rejected. Stop defining my worth based on my situation, the environment, the circumstances, what people had to say. No, that will never work. You will always feel like you're coming up short. I had to know, who is God calling me to be every single day? How do I need to show up every single day? And let me figure out a way to do that. Because I know if I keep doing that day after day after day, I will never look back and have regret. I will never look back and think I sold myself short. I will know I went all in. I became the best man I possibly can. And if I do that for myself and I do that for God, then I end up becoming that man for everybody else in my life. And if that's not enough for them, then that's okay, because I know I'm doing the best I can. And I can accept myself, and I'm proud of myself. So boys, get that vision clear. Who is that man? You know you can become him. What would he be doing? Be like a child. Dream like a child. Think about the young kid in you. We all, as young kids, we had that dream job that we wanted to do, whether it was an astronaut or a race car driver or being a professional athlete. Or we all had that superhero that we ran around the house pretending we were him. The thing was, we really believed we were. We really believed we could become that guy. The NFL player, the NBA player, the astronaut, the race car driver. Those desires within you, they've probably been silenced for so many years. Bring them back. Dream, put it on paper. And then just ask yourself, what can I do to move in that direction? And that's where you're going to find true fulfillment and purpose and peace with yourself. That's what we want at the end of the day is peace. And you're going to need a system. You're going to need structure. You're going to need to show up consistent and disciplined. Because it's when we say we're going to do something and we don't do it, that's where we have the shame. That's where we have the guilt. That's where we're not proud. Because we know, I could have done this thing, but I didn't do it. And that's when we go to bed with regret. That's when we start caring about what people think about us. Because we can't even keep our word to ourselves. So if I can't even show up the way I want to, you know what? Maybe these opinions that people have are true. Maybe they're right. But no, boys. It's all about showing up the way you know you're capable of. And if you feel like you need help building that system and structure and showing up that way, what you can do is you can find the link in the description of this video. There's a link. You can book in a free call with me. We're going to get crystal clear on where you are right now. Crystal clear on that vision. We're going to define it. We're going to figure out exactly where it is you want to be. We're going to identify the gap. What's holding you back? What false beliefs need to be removed? And we're going to come up with a path, a strategy to get you there. And if it's a good fit for you to come and join my team, join my one-on-one coaching program, we're going to get you on board. We're going to absolutely rip. And if not, I'm going to at least point you in the right direction. So boys, realize this one thing. No one can ever make you proud. No one can ever give you the acceptance that you deserve besides the Lord and yourself. And you will never be able to please everyone, so stop trying. You will never be acceptable in the eyes of everyone, so stop trying. You will never be enough in the eyes of everyone, so stop trying. Be enough in the eyes of God. Be enough in the eyes of yourself. And that comes down to getting crystal clear on that vision and showing up in alignment with it every single day. Let's go!